Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Shadow of the Colossus, a game that I've never actually played in full. And last time I've actually defeated more Colossi than I ever had in any particular playthrough. So I figure it's important to actually finally sit down and play through this game, considering all of the praise it's received over time, as well as the influence it has on other games. Before I continue, I would like to make a couple rules. The first one, rules for myself. The first rule is that I'm not allowed to complain about the camera. It is a feature, not a bug. The second rule is that I'm not allowed to complain about the controls. They are features, not bugs. And I say that because, like, there's an issue that arises because of the fact that this is more or less my first time playing through the game. And it is because so many games have iterated upon this that things such as control and camera have been improved with subsequent releases. That going back this far, this game came out, the original Shadow of the Colossus came out in 2005. And a lot of games were inspired by this game since then. Most notably, I would say, is Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild feels more like, now that I've played some Shadow of the Colossus, it feels more like a Shadow of the Colossus-like than a Zelda-like, especially in regards to its movement. But its movement has also added in more quality-of-life features that were not present in Shadow of the Colossus, because this was, I don't know if it was necessarily the first of its kind, but it was definitely one of the early ventures in what it was trying to do. Such as the idea of, like, climbing up walls. Zelda, you can climb up anything. This game, you only can climb up particular surfaces. You have to hold down a button while you're climbing. There's a lot of very specific quality of life changes that have been added in over time. I was trying to come up with an example of another game that I feel might be harder for new players to play if they wanted to go back in time to play. And the game that I thought of was Max Payne 1. Max Payne is a classic game. The second one is still my favorite in the series, but the first one is still high-tier content. But let's say you were going to play Max Payne 1, and you were playing it on a PS4. I believe it's also playable on the PS5. And the version that you're playing is the PlayStation 2 version. The controls for the game, they work for the PC. They're great on the PC. But they've never been particularly good or smooth on the console for Max Payne 1. And that is most noticeably in the nightmare sections when Max is forced to walk a tightrope of blood as he traverses a nightmare to find his fallen family. Like, if you played only Max Payne 3, like, Max Payne 3 doesn't have those kinds of sequences, and Max Payne 3 has very good movement based on the console technology and the styles of the time. The idea that an analog stick would be a little bit easier to maneuver based on how much you push an analog stick around feels more natural in Part 3 than it does in Part 1. So if you've only played Part 3 and then you go back to Part 1, like, I feel like that would be difficult for people to do. And I have that same difficulty considering that I am more used to the PC version, which is a lot easier to control. But for now, I'm going to... I've stricken myself from commenting about... I'm still probably going to struggle with the camera. I'm still probably going to struggle with the controls. But I'm just not allowed to say control bad, camera bad, because I feel as though I've gotten that point across. We can move on. Oh my. I've just got to say, though, this camera, the amazing shot was on the right. Look at the beautiful waterfalls. I mean, this game is... Especially I don't know how necessarily better... Okay, let's pull back on aggro. Where are we heading? We should... Oh, no, aggro. Aggro! Let's head farther down that way. This game is beautiful. The vistas, such vistas to behold. Like, cinematic is the wrong word, because cinematic presents the idea that video game art can only be of a certain quality once it transcends its format. Okay, let's take a look at the map, see where we're going. Okay, we're going to head straight and then probably take a right. But also, like, I've been looking up comments about this game. And there's always the comment that you're kind of exploring an empty world. But also consider two things. One, the opening cutscene largely shows... what is the name of the main character in this game? Ah, oh, jeez. What is his name? I know the horse's name. Son of a... I'm falling apart. The main character, man. Like, it shows him riding along long stretches of nothing. Huh. Interesting. Huh. Like, has fast travel been invented yet? I don't think fast travel has been invented. Okay, so that entrance by the waterfall is blocked. I could see if there's a passage. It would be nice if there weren't all these clouds in the way. I could see if there's a passage farther north. Like back through the forest that I came out of. Horse. The horse does not want to travel that fast in this forest. Aggro does... Oh, never mind. Aggro picked up a little bit of speed. Okay, hopefully aggro will... Huh. There's nothing past here. Okay, alternatively, I can go back to the beginning and go east instead of north. Alright, so let's cut back to the temple. Actually, I decided to just quit and load my last save, so that I would appear directly at the temple again. Let's head east this time. Because maybe I will be able to go east and then north. Alternatively, there are these thin bridges to the north. Like, maybe that's the path I was supposed to take. Was that the path I just took? I know I went west of the temple in my previous attempt. Well, let's follow this piece of rock over here to the east. Maybe this is the better choice. No. No. Yeah. At the very least, it seems like it's actually pretty difficult for aggro to throw yourself off the side of the mountain. Hold on. I think I may be on the right path. I think I might be on the right path, because now we have a sword that is glowing gold as opposed to blue. Okay. This looks like an old and ancient structure. There seems to be a path over there. Let's see, is there a swim button? Or a swim faster button? There. I would like to be able to jump farther. It looks like you should be able to jump farther than one specific ledge, but if you let go of the grab button, you will fall. So, one at a time is the way to go. Oh, hello. How goes it? I'm here for your murder. The murderer is me. Huh. Can I... It doesn't seem like I can climb this any further. Can I climb the perch you are on? Don't think so. Like, there are some areas that look like they have ledges I can climb up. Dorman, I would not mind a hint. Okay, that did not work. That did a lot of damage. And I'm not sure where he went. Also, this is less climbable than I was expecting. Oh, Colossus! Oh, Sir Colossus! Where art thou? Just slowly taking to the skies. No, that's way off. Ah, that actually hit it. All right, I guess let's try this again. I feel like I'm only gonna have to do this once. Aha! Wait. It's on the other patch of fur on its wing. This, I might have to do this a second time. No, oh my gosh. Oh geez. All right, we might be able to. Whew. No. All right. There we go. Is that it for this spot, actually? Think so. No. No. Oh. Let go of the skeleton part. Grab onto the fur part. But maybe not during this moment. Nope. No. This is not the right time. Okay. That wing is done. All right. Now to get back on board the beast. The Colossus! Aha! Alright, I've done this successfully before. I can do it again. Maybe. Alright, where is your... Where is your remaining... Is it on your tail way over there? Or am I just making an assumption and being horribly wrong? Nope, it's there. All right. That was actually pretty exciting. That was intense. But once again, another Colossus is dead, and the shadow is imparted upon ourselves. Is that how you... How you wade through water? All right, let's go on to a ground surface. I'm sure the game is waiting for us to do that. Oh, nope, never mind. The shadow has found us. But this is how our main character is staying afloat. There's a whisper there in the background. And they're all looking down on you. But when the camera turns back, they're gone. Where do they go? What is the price that you're paying?
The next phase. A giant lurks underneath the temple. It lusts for destruction, but a fool it is not.
Who is doing this? Such a lust for revenge. Who? Bonus points if you get the reference. Aggro, buddy, pal. Huh. Beneath this very temple. Interesting. How do we get underneath the temple? Aggro. I suppose in theory that means we won't have to travel far, but still. Oh, hold on. Never mind. I was expecting that to be, like, to lead to, like, an underwater cave. But in fact, it led to nothing. Yeah. I was going to say at least we don't have to go far, but this ramp does seem to go on for a little bit. Like, that's the thing. If you want the world to appear as an epic scale, there are two ways to do that. You can have your linear adventure and have the size of the world always be in the distance, or you have to make the world big. Really? Okay. I'm not going to climb down that entire set of steps. Not even steps. That long, long ramp back to the bottom. We'll just reload. It doesn't seem like there's a path from inside the temple. So let's take a quick trip around the temple. Maybe there's another entrance that I'm not aware of. Aggro, I think there was possibly something here. No. Oh. No. I'm reading too deeply into that. Aggro. If I want you to crash into a tree, you will crash into a tree. Or maybe there's just an opening inside the temple that I had not considered, because when I'm outside, it's telling me that I'm in the wrong place. Yeah. Idols? Okay, I just wanted to check whether there was... something I missed. Like, this just seemed like it went up to a closed door that I could not open. Alright, cutting ahead. Actually, maybe standing on this light is important. Or maybe it's not important. Although outside the temple, the sword seems to be guiding me there. Did I just interpret the clue wrong? Like, instead of inside the temple, inside the temple we're in, it's the target is inside a temple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Possibly. Let us travel south and west. Nope, nope. In this direction. So then why does the sword glow while you're inside the starting area? Is that just separate plot-related reasons? Because the idols are also, like, carry the souls of the... of the Colossi? Look, I know there are a lot of trees aggro. Alright, so we've got a thing for our health over there, if need be. Like, with all of these trees, like, I feel as though I'm not necessarily running that much slower than aggro. I think I did see a path downwards. Okay, now would be... Is there a button to call your horse? There's control horse. There he is. Or she. This might actually be problematic for a horse. Huh. This went nowhere. Okay, let's go back to where we were before in this foresty area. There was another path that went underground, it looked like. Here, yeah. Boon of the Nomad? What does that mean? Can I unequip my sword? Oh, yeah, there we go. What is this nomad boon? What did I pick up? Okay, it seems like I'm still being sent in this direction. That is a very, very awkward roll. I was expecting the water to be deeper. Also, I'm surprised I survived that fall. Also, I would be very surprised if aggro can find me now. Have I escaped aggro? Am I heading backwards or forwards? I think forwards, because in theory this is going to go around to the right towards that bridge, which in theory is going to take... Ah, it's aggro! Hey, buddy.
Agro.
Trying to jump on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once again, I find myself very confused as to where... Oh, wait, hold on. Nope, I have 0 items. Alright. In theory, I'm in the vicinity of where I need to be. Problem is I don't know how I'm supposed to get to where I'm supposed to be. It's like this game is 2 games. One is a world traversal game, and the puzzle is, how do you traverse said world? How do you cross the land to find that which you seek? And part of me wonders whether I can even reach that from this end. All right, let us go back to the main menu again. And continue from where we left off, back at the temple, and then this time head south and then west. The second half of the game, and I would even go as far as saying it's 25% of the game. Or it's 33%. It's like 2/3 traversal, 1/3 fighting Colossi. Or it's 70% traversal, 25% fighting Colossi. Because when I actually find the Colossi, like, it's not necessarily that terrible. It doesn't take that long to defeat it once you figure out how to climb upon it. But it's the finding the way to climb upon it that is the issue. Sorry, not the way to climb. It's the issue is finding it. Is there even a path up from here? All right, let's see if there's a path more to the east that cuts south. Cutting to the next thing. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little bit closer. Oh, hold on. Did I just pass something by? What are these things? What are these glowing bits that I'm finding on the floor? Okay. And what were these ruins? What did the temple belong... Like, who did the temple belong to? What previous cultures existed in these lands? Now turned desolate over time. On to the next thing.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Is this a temple? This looks like a temple of some sort. Nope. There we go. There we go, finally. It took quite a while to get here. But how will I get down there? You know, I've got to say, it's very convenient that you don't have to go all the way back to the temple again. Like, imagine if you not only had to find the Colossus, but then you'd also have to... make your way back to the Colossus. That would be a pain in the neck. This feels very smooth, actually, I've got to say. Oh. Somebody's upset. Oh. No, we have simply unlatched a mechanism that has revealed an ancient secret. A colossal-sized secret? Why, hello! Bearded fellow. Such a powerful beard. Nope. So the leg is less furry than it looked. Okay, we're probably going to need to draw out a punching attack. Oh my. Come on. Punch me. Ah. See, that's the trick, is how do you get him to punch you? Okay, where are you now? Hello? Ah, son of a... Yeah, no. Other side of the hand. Son of a... Or actually, you know, maybe draw out the stump. Find a place where thou art hidden. You can't see me here, can you? Right in the beard. Yeah. Your amazing beard is your downfall. No. Ah. Come on, stop moving. There we go. Ah. Let's gain stamina back. Nope. Okay, so this weak spot is still a weak spot. Not anymore. All right. Nope. No shrugging your shoulders. There. Oh, there's the next one. If only these colossi had a giant back scratcher. Like if they had a giant back scratcher, you'd be screwed. Also, the triumphant action music and then the sorrowful death music. Like it almost feels as though like they're trying to give you countering emotions. Like you've got the action pack da 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 da, and then suddenly the Colossus falls, and then it's just straight into sorrow. Like, isn't it sad that you've defeated this Colossus? But wasn't it action-packed when you were fighting it? Yeah, we got a small group of shadow beings watching over us. I'm still not sure what voice Dorman would have. Thy next foe is a ruin hidden in the lake. A ripple of thunder lurks underwater. Should we go after one more? Let's go after one more.
Abro. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. What? First, let's get out of the temple and find what direction we should. Like, I'm thinking maybe like hot spots like the temple are kind of distracting the search itself. Let's head on. Let's go northwest, then take the bridge to the west, and then head northwest from there. Like this. This bridge to the left of me. Yes. Yeah, I was thinking, in regards to, like, the thumbnails, I try to... There are two things that I want to do with the thumbnails for this YouTube page. One of them and one that I don't want to do is I don't want to be the kind of YouTuber that puts a thumbnail for a game and then this face on top of it. Like, there are... I don't know exactly what necessarily started that thing. Maybe it was the original Let's Plays that focused more on the bigger reactions, especially to horror games. Like, you look at a lot of the older Let's Plays, like the older Markiplier Let's Plays, they tend to focus on bigger reactions to jump scares. And you look at a lot of React videos, and in general, and a lot of React videos tend to have, like, the picture of the thing that the person is reacting to, and then their face.
Yeah. Yeah.
In some form. Usually in with an expression like or am I already here? And that's one thing I don't want to do. Oh, hello.
Abro.
I've already forgot what started this discussion in the first place, in my attempt to find this boss. Alright, we might be going the right way. Oh, now I remember. Two things that I want to do.
Yeah.
is I like the thumbnails to be representative of the games themselves. So like, let's say I'm doing, making little thumbnails for a more modern game. Modern games tend to have cutscenes, and they tend to have gameplay. So do I show more thumbnails of the cutscenes? And if I do, it's not... Am I being non-representative of the gameplay? If I only show thumbnails of the gameplay, I'm not necessarily being representative of the cutscenes. And also, like, sometimes the HUD can be so messy that it can be very difficult to even see the gameplay. Like, Dragon Age Inquisition is a great example of a game that uses a lot of flash. Aggro. So, like, basic moves can sometimes be hard to capture as a still screenshot. But in regards to Shadow of the Colossus, what is representative of the gameplay? Is it the fighting of the Colossi themselves? Or is it the traversing of the world? Most likely, without a doubt, I'm going to be spending more of my time traversing this world than I am fighting any Colossi.
Yeah!
So if I only show thumbnails of Shadow of the Colossus from the perspective of riding around on the aggro, that is technically the bulk of what I've been doing in this game.
Yeah!
Nope.
Yeah!
But at the same time, it does take away from the actual fighting of the Colossi. And now I would say that because, like, making thumbnails of just the scenery is easier because it's easier to pick out pretty moments. Really gorgeous shots of your character exploring fantastic vistas. In search of places unknown. Yeah, there we are. But I'd also like to incorporate, like, action shots. Like, of you, like, for this episode, I would like to have, like, a screenshot of you fighting the flying Colossi. Because that is itself very interesting in comparison to a lot of the other Colossi. Because I feel like a lot of other games have kind of already sort of done the regular giant Colossi over time, and not many other games have incorporated the flying Colossi. Hello. Are you part catfish? Do you surface to any degree? Is it safe to swim down to you? Are you aware of my splishing and splashing? I think you are. Ah, the arrow that I fired. Yeah. Oh. You do emerge off the surface. Come back. I must fight you somehow. I don't know how this is going to work. Dorman? I'm open to suggestions. Alright, let's try to grab onto its tail when it emerges from the water. There we go. Ah, there we go. He does surface. Alright, and then I'm going to probably have to avoid its lightning spires. Yeah. I have to avoid him better than that. Here we go. Ah. Still better than that. Okay, Okay, back up, back up. Son of a... No. Okay, where does continuing leave me? Oh my gosh. Do I have to... Okay, skipping to back onto the fish. Is an eel a fish? Skipping to back on the Colossi. Actually, it looks like there are more stab spots. that I had missed previously. Like right over there. Hopefully we're far enough away from this one. Okay, we are. Okay, back up. Oh, hold on. Is this one no longer producing lightning? If it's not, that's very convenient. And my mistake was dodging its actual weak points. Is this one dead? Okay, I think this one is dead. Let's move on to the next weak point when opportunity strikes, when we're slightly higher above water. How deep did we go? Okay, we went pretty deep. So much of the time is just spent getting onto the Colossus. But at the very least, we are 1/3 done. With this guy. All right, onward to the second lightning spire. Okay, let's not get hit by this. There we go. I wish I knew the range of this lightning strike. Oh. Damn it. That was terrible timing. Oh my gosh. Terrible. Oh my god. Okay, are you going to return to the surface? Or hang around? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's return back to the surface and then try again for the last lightning spire, which we have to get by first going all the way from the tail back to the head again of the Colossi. Skipping to that point. Alright, back here on the Colossi. I think I was planning to just skip ahead to when I was on the front of it, but I don't think I'm too far off. The trick is going to be getting close enough and then reaching it. Okay, That got rid of all of the lightning spires. Ah! Colossus. I'm trying to stab you. There we go. Finally. All right, let us tread water until the next shadow consumes us. There we go. All right, I think that means we're halfway through with the list of Colossi. There were 16 Colossi to defeat. We have defeated 8 of them thus far. I highly doubt that there is a final Colossi boss that is revealed. I don't think this is that kind of game. Though I do wonder, 1, what happens after you defeat all the Colossi, and 2, like, how does one approach the alternate endings? Because I'm pretty sure this game has alternate endings. Let's cast Sean Connery as the role of Dorman. Thy next foe is a tail trapped within a pail deep within the forest. A shadow that crawls on the walls. Most mysterious. Alright. I'm going to stop here for the night. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and have yourselves a good night.